Here's how I make my everyday vlog footage look like a short film. So now I'm here in Premiere Pro and I got these clips that were just recorded in a standard profile, and I'm just going to show you how you can still make your regular footage look cinematic, still look like it's a short film, and still have that nice color graded feel added to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Lumetri color panel. If you do not have this panel open, just go to Window, Lumetri color, and this is me color grading it without using any LUT pack or filters. And see, this is just running good footage. This was shot without a log profile, and this is just a standard camera profile like any other footage. I'm gonna go ahead and play it in the Lumetri color. I'm just gonna up the contrast, dial back the highlights down just to bring back some of that sky, crush the blacks a bit, bring the shadows down, up the saturation to like 125 maybe. And so I'm just gonna keep the tint to like a greenish tint to it, just to match the city vibe, and then we can make it a little orange here. So now I'm in my curves panel, and just to protect the skin tone, I'm gonna go to hue and saturation and use the eyedropper tool and just select his face here. And then with here, I could play with the color. And you see this is gonna affect the oranges in the video and the skin tone. So I could just dial it back a bit. So yeah, this looks like a vibe. Walking down the street here, this is the before, this is the after. And like this footage looks completely transformed. Like it's a night and day difference, in my opinion. And it just adds a lot of depth and colors to the videos. It makes the footage more believable, I feel like, for me and to the viewer as well. Just like, this looks like New York. This gives off New York, like an urban city vibe, rather than the standard profile where it looks a little flat here. So here's a shot that I have. I'm gonna be showing you how I would color grade this using my Everyday LUT Pack. These are 5 premium LUTs that I've put together that are gonna help speed up your workflow and save you countless hours of color grading your footage manually. So you see I have this one that's a teal and orange vibe, and if I go ahead and apply that on, it's gonna look super teal and blown out and washed. But we're gonna have our intensity slider here where we can play with the intensity of it. I usually never go past 100, usually dial back a lot. So I'm just gonna go to, start off with like the 35, 40-ish range here. And to use this teal and orange, you can see it already made our whites more of a teal color. But what I'm gonna do to bring that warmth back is I'm just gonna go to the temperature slider here and bring that warmth back into our clip. And then I'm gonna play with the contrast, shadows, dial the highlights back just so we can protect our sky. And so you see just in seconds, I kind of brought back that teal and orange vibe to the clip. And you can see I already saved myself tons of time just by applying the teal and orange vibe from the Everyday LUT Pack. My city turned from basic and dull to a nice teal and orange vibe. Very cinematic, looks great. Did it in a matter of seconds. So here's another shot of us in New York grabbing some pizza. And I'm just gonna show you how I would color grade this using the Everyday LUT Pack. I'm gonna go to Browse, and I'm gonna be using the Espresso preset here. This preset has more of a warm, rich, dynamic feel to it. It's more on like the brownish tan kind of vibe. So I already applied that on and it already looks great. It looks a little too dramatic, so again, we're gonna dial it back with our intensity slider. So I'm gonna go like 45 here, and we're just gonna play with the contrast. I'm gonna bring it back on this clip just because there's a little too much already, in my opinion. Up to saturation, bring the shadows out, whites, and yeah, that already looks great. This looks like a commercial right here, and this is just using everyday vlog footage. This is the standard profile shot out of the camera, not log, and that's how it looks with using the Everyday LUT Pack. So you can see it gave me that nice professional grade in a matter of seconds, and I didn't have to shoot in a log profile. So if you would like to download the Everyday LUT Pack, I will have a link down below in the description. It does come with 5 premium LUTs that I have put together myself. I know how it is as a videographer running and gunning and going on tours and just shooting everyday in the life footage. Log isn't always the answer, so I still wanted that premium vintage feel to my footage, and that's why I put together the Everyday LUT Pack. So I hope you enjoy it because it has saved me personally a ton of hours of editing, and I know it will do the same for you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one of my personal favorites from the Everyday LUT Pack. Go to the Creative tab, and I'm going to apply the Studio look, and that's going to give me this nice look where the colors pop a lot. again, I'm gonna dial back the clip here. Let's start with like a 35% range, and then I'm just gonna play with my clip here and make my tweaks. I don't want the highlights blown out too much. Change the contrast, shadows, bring the whites down a bit, and then I can play with the color here. I'm gonna go to 120, bring the exposure down just because this clip's a little overexposed, and it looks great, but you can see the skin tones do look a little red. So I'm gonna go back to my curves, go to the hue and saturation tab, use the eyedropper tool to click on the skin tone, and then I'm gonna dial back the intensity of the red, and you can see that looks a lot better from their skin tones being blown out. This is our before and after, and you can just see it already brought back that rich, dynamic, cinematic feel to the video. If you found this video provided you value, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, where I will be dropping more workflow tips similar to this one.